It's recap time. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and this is an unusual intro to an already unusual intro that usually happens during the recap episodes. I have experienced a technical difficulty, let's say so. I am currently away for a vacation and I brought my laptop with me to edit, but unfortunately the blueprint of the recap episodes is not present on my laptop. I have no way of recovering it, so yeah, something new needs to be created. And for your curiosity, it is being created in the closet of the house where I'm staying just to improve as much as possible the audio quality. The recap episodes are still what you know. And if you don't know, if this is the first time you ended up on this channel, they are an interesting and fast way to give you the main points and ideas of old episodes and maybe make you interested enough to go back and watch the original episodes. And if you're a usual listener of the Shower Podcast, you already know the drill. And maybe also for you, it's a way to listen again to old ideas and make something new out of them. What else to say? If you ended up making it so far already, remember the liking and subscribing are really, really welcome. And as usual, stay consistent, stay resilient. This will be the Shower Podcast, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into something really fascinating, where brilliant ideas actually come from, often unexpectedly. We're digging into a collection of stories called Shower Stories. These were originally put together by Chip for his Shower Podcast, and it's this brilliant series highlighting how, well, some of humanity's biggest breakthroughs didn't happen in labs or meetings. Nope, they emerged from really ordinary, overlooked places. Yeah, sometimes literally the shower. So our plan here is to pull out the key insights, maybe some surprising facts, and definitely share those charming, memorable anecdotes from Chip's tales. Think of this as your quick guide to understanding why there's quiet, everyday moments. They might just hold the secret to unlocking genius.
Yeah, it's really compelling. These shower stories seriously challenge our assumptions about where creativity, happens. We kind of think innovation needs all this frantic energy, this intense focus. But these examples, they just shine a light on the profound power of quiet moments, those underestimated bits of our daily routines.
Exactly. And look, if the ideas we talk about today click with you, and I kind of suspect they will, you should definitely check out Chip's original episodes. They're on the Shower Podcast, episodes 238, 239, 240, and 241. You get the full story, his unique take. But for now, we're going to summarize them for you, right in order, starting now. So Chip's core idea for the Shower Stories series, it's that these quiet moments, especially in the shower, they're like one of the last places for genuinely undistracted thinking. No phone buzzing, no social media, no one asking you for anything, just you, the water, the steam, your own thoughts.
Right, that blend of solitude and sort of rhythmic background noise.
Yeah, and Chip argues that unlocks imagination, sparks reflection, and sometimes leads to, well, life-changing ideas. Our first story takes us way back, like 2,000 years. It perfectly illustrates this with Archimedes, the brilliant Greek mathematician, inventor.
Archimedes. Okay, so the problem he had was a big one. King Hero II of Syracuse, he suspected his goldsmith had cheated him. Mixed cheaper metals into a new crown instead of using pure gold. Archimedes' job. Figure out if the crown was pure gold, but, and this is key, without damaging the crown itself.
Which was a genuinely tough problem, right? Even for someone like him.
Absolutely.
So Archimedes is wrestling with this thing for ages. Then one day, he's getting into a bath, just easing himself in, and he notices the water level rising, spilling over the edge. And in that exact moment, boom, it clicks. The amount of water pushed aside, the displaced water, directly showed the object's volume. Compare that volume to its weight, and bingo.
Yeah.
He could prove if the crown was pure or not. It was this total flash of insight, a real Eureka moment.
Yeah, an iconic moment.
Yeah. And the image that sticks, maybe it's a bit embellished, maybe not, is Archimedes just leaping out of the bath, totally overwhelmed, supposedly runs naked through the streets shouting, "Eureka, Eureka, I found it."
It perfectly captures that pure joy of discovery, doesn't it?
It really does.
And what's so cool is that modern psychology actually backs this up. There's science behind it. We call it the incubation effect.
Incubation effect.
Yeah. When you step away from a problem, let your conscious mind wander off, your subconscious keeps chewing on it in the background. So those moments in a bath or a shower or even just a walk, they aren't just breaks from thinking. They're often where the best thinking happens. Your brain makes connections it couldn't when you were staring right at the problem.
That makes so much sense. So if you're stuck on something, maybe the answer isn't to grind harder. Maybe it's to pause. Take a reset. Let your mind wander a bit and connect those dots.
Yeah, that brilliant idea might just pop up when you least expect it.
Chip really encourages us to see our downtime differently.
Right. Treat your shower or whatever your quiet moment is like a sanctuary, a protected space. Let your mind roam free, without forcing it, without distractions. Resist grabbing the phone the second you have a free minute.
Offer your mind that same kind of quiet space Archimedes had.
Exactly.
That's a really powerful way to think about it. Okay, so our journey doesn't end in ancient Greece. Chip fast-forwards us thousands of years to a modern writer, J.K. Rowling. Apparently, she untangled some of her biggest plot knots in the shower.
Okay, so we just saw Archimedes and his huge bath epiphany. It really shows how these everyday moments can spark brilliance.
Right.
And J.K. Rowling, author of Harry Potter, she's another perfect example. We might picture her writing in some grand study, right?
Yeah.
But she's actually said that many defining twists in that huge series didn't come from a desk. They came during what she calls life's in-between spaces. Those times the mind just drifts.
It started with that famous train ride, didn't it?
That's the story, yeah. The late train, Manchester to London, back in 1990.
She's just sitting there, no pen, no distractions, looking out the window. And the idea for a boy who didn't know he was a wizard just fell into her head, as she put it.
By the time she got to King's Cross, Hogwarts was already starting to form.
Amazing. But that was just the seed, right?
Exactly. The train ride was the spark. But Rowling herself said the real work, the refining, the weaving of all those intricate plots, that often happens somewhere even more ordinary. Her shower.
Really? The shower?
Yeah, she called it her secluded sanctuary. No distractions. She could untangle complex arcs, rethink characters, figure out huge twists like Snape's true loyalty or how the Horcruxes were hidden in plain sight. She actually credited showers with solving seemingly impossible story knots.
Wow. So Chip makes this great connection then. The train gave her the seed, the idea.
Right.
But it was all those showers that watered it, pruned it, helped it grow into the whole saga. He even said steam and solitude were silent co-authors. I love that.
It's a great line. And the lesson there is pretty powerful, isn't it? Your best ideas might need two stages. First, that spark, like the train delay. But then, and this is crucial, they need space to breathe and develop, like the shower time.
So creativity isn't just at the desk. Sometimes the shower is the real office.
Pretty much.
Okay, so here's a challenge for you listening. Start paying attention to your own in-between moments. Your commute, your shower, a walk, maybe even just cooking dinner. Instead of filling them with noise or tasks, let them be incubators. Maybe you won't write Harry Potter.
Probably not.
But you might solve that problem that's been bugging you or find the start of something new for yourself.
It's definitely worth trying.
Yeah.
And Chip's series keeps going. We move from Rowling's imagination now to the very unique routines of another literary giant, Agatha Christie.
Oh, interesting.
Apparently, she planned her famous murders not in some dark stuff, but somewhere pretty unexpected.
Okay, so we've gone from Archimedes' Eureka in the bath to J.K. Rowling's magic world forming in the shower steam. Each story just keeps showing how these ordinary places have extraordinary creative power.
And Agatha Christie, the best-selling novelist of all time, right? Over 2 billion copies sold. She completely throws traditional writerly habits out the window. Her process was anything but typical, often happened in places you'd least expect.
And her secret weapon was, well, it was unique. She didn't need a fancy desk. She needed a bathtub.
A bathtub?
Yeah. She actually said many of her best murder plots came to her while soaking in a hot bath while eating apples.
Eating apples.
In the bath.
Yep. Chip even jokingly called this insight the red shower because of that specific kind of quirky detail. She'd just sit there, munching fruit, letting her mind drift until the plot pieces clipped together.
That's incredible. And it wasn't just baths, was it?
No. She also said she solved tricky plot twists while washing dishes.
Washing dishes, okay.
The rhythmic, repetitive task, scrubbing plates, apparently it just freed her mind up to wander.
So what looks like wasted time from a productivity angle
Was actually her best writing workshop, in her words.
Wow.
It's such a neat insight. Chip explains the thinking behind it, baths, chores. They pull you out of your head just enough to quiet the mental chatter.
Right, gives your imagination space.
Exactly. Christie just trusted that process. She didn't force it at the desk. She let stories sort of bubble up before writing them down. It really pushes back against our modern idea of needing constant, intense focus, doesn't it?
Totally. Deep work is important, sure. But Chip reminds us there's also this vital need to just step away.
Your brain often does its best connecting when your hands are busy with something else simple.
Like washing dishes, folding laundry, or yeah, relaxing in a bath with an apple.
Maybe we should all try the apple thing.
Might be worth a shot. So if you're stuck on something, resist pushing harder.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Take that shower. Do the dishes. Let your mind wander. Agatha Christie found her plots that way. Who knows?
You never know. Okay, so Chip's series then makes another jump. Beyond literature this time, to music. To see how a young artist turned a simple shower room into the birthplace of a hit song.
From ancient baths to literary bathtubs, now music. This is quite the journey. We've seen Archimedes, Rowling, Christie.
All showing how ordinary spaces fuel extraordinary ideas.
And now we're talking about Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran, global superstar, one of the most streamed artists ever. And it turns out some of his early success took shape in a place most of us just sing badly in, a shower room.
A shower room, not a fancy studio.
Nope, not the glamorous recording booth, just the tiled echo of a bathroom. It really drives home that inspiration can hit literally anywhere.
So why the shower room for him?
Well, Sheeran himself talked about it. He said some songs and melodies came together practicing in shower rooms, mainly because of the acoustics.
The echo.
Exactly. The echo made his voice sound fuller, more powerful. And that apparently motivated him, gave him confidence, helped him refine his sound.
Okay, I mean, let's be honest. We've all belted out a tune in the shower, haven't we?
Pretty much everyone.
We might not sound like Ed Sheeran, but it's really interesting to think he found genuine value in that simple, echoey space.
And the key insight there, Chip points out, is that Sheeran didn't wait for, perfect conditions. He didn't wait for a record deal or expensive gear or the quote-unquote right moment.
Yeah.
He just used what he had, even if it was just a bathroom with good echo. That became his practice ground, where his music grew, reflecting that raw, stripped-down sound he's known for.
That's a powerful lesson. Imperfect spaces can be amazing training grounds. They prepare you for the bigger stages. Don't wait for the perfect tools or the perfect audience. Just start.
And that leads right into Chip's final challenge from this series. It's beautifully simple, really. Start with what you've got, wherever you are. Your shower room, whatever that humble place is where you can practice, create, learn, improve. Even if it feels small or silly, that might be exactly what sets you up for whatever comes next.
Wow, what a fantastic trip through Chip's shower stories. It really has been extraordinary. From Archimedes running through the streets to Rowling mapping out Hogwarts, Christie plotting murders with apples in the tub, and Sheeran finding his voice in the tiles.
Yeah, you see this consistent pattern across all of them, don't you?
Right.
Great things don't always need the perfect setup. They need talent, sure, and persistence. But crucially, they also seem to need these moments of quiet, seemingly unproductive space where the mind is just free. Free to wander, connect the dots in new ways.
Chip's insight really nails it. Those in-between moments, showers, walks, chores, they're not just downtime, they're genuinely fertile ground for creativity, problem-solving, real breakthroughs.
So maybe here's a final thought to leave you with today. In a world that's always pushing for more productivity, right? Fill every second. What if the most productive thing you could actually do is to intentionally step away? Find your own shower moment, whatever that looks like for you. A walk, doing dishes, just staring out the window, and just let your mind roam free. What hidden Eureka might be waiting there for you to find?
That's a great question to ponder. Thank you so much for joining us on this really insightful deep dive today.
Yeah, embrace those quiet moments. You really never know what might bubble up.
This is the Deep Dive, and we'll see you tomorrow.